2 years ago, Elon Musk stood on a stage and introduced the 12 people who would build the most powerful AI on the planet. 12 co-founders, handpicked from Google DeepMind, from OpenAI, from the top research labs in the world. The Dream Team, the Avengers of artificial intelligence. As of this week, half of them are gone. 6 out of 12 co-founders of XAI have now left the company. Not over 2 years. Not gradually fading out. 2 of them, Tony Wu and Jimmy Ba, left within 24 hours of each other. Back to back, like a building emptying out before a storm. And the timing could not be worse. Because just last week, Musk announced the biggest corporate merger in history. SpaceX acquired XAI in a deal valuing the combined entity at over $1.25 trillion. That is not a typo. $1.25 trillion. The biggest merger ever recorded. So why are the people who built this thing walking away right before the biggest payday in tech history? Let me give you the names. Igor Babushkin, Kyle Kozik, Christian Szegedy, Greg Young, Tony Wu, Jimmy Ba. These are not middle managers. These are the architects. The ones who designed the models, wrote the core algorithms, shaped the research direction. When people this senior leave a startup right before an IPO, that is not career planning. That is a signal. And here's the part most outlets are not talking about. The departures started accelerating after the Grok deepfake scandal. Musk's AI chatbot, Grok, allowed mass creation of explicit deepfake images of real people, including children. No safeguards, no filters, just raw generative power with zero guardrails. Multiple countries opened investigations. The backlash was massive. Now imagine you are a world-class AI researcher. You left a comfortable position at Google or OpenAI to build something meaningful. And your product is being used to generate explicit images of children. You cannot put that on your resume. You cannot defend that at a conference. You walk. But this is about more than one scandal. This is a pattern we have seen before in technology. When the talent leaves, the technology stalls. It does not matter how much money you have. It does not matter if your valuation says $1 trillion. Xerox PARC invented the graphical user interface, the mouse, Ethernet, laser printing, and then watched their best people walk out the door to Apple and Microsoft. The building was still there. The patents were still there. But the minds are gone, and Xerox never recovered. The same pattern played out at Bell Labs, at Yahoo, at IBM. The moment a company stops being a place where brilliant people want to work, the innovation dies. The stock might hold for a while. The brand might coast. But the engine is gone. And right now, XAI is trying to go public with half its founding brain trust missing. That is not a company preparing for a moonshot. That is a company trying to cash out before the market notices. Musk responded to the departures by talking about building factories on the moon. Literally. While his co-founders were posting farewell messages on X, he was tweeting about lunar manufacturing. That is not leadership. That is deflection. Here is what makes this moment significant. The AI race right now is not about who has the most money. It is about who has the best people. OpenAI is hiring. Anthropic just raised $20 billion and is scaling fast. Google DeepMind has the deepest research bench in the industry. Meta is open sourcing everything and attracting talent through transparency. And XAI, it just lost 6 of the 12 people who were supposed to make it competitive. In every gold rush throughout history, the people who got rich were not always the ones with the biggest claims. They were the ones who knew where to dig. The prospectors, the geologists, the engineers. When those people leave your operation, you're not mining gold anymore. You're just moving dirt. The trillion-dollar valuation looks impressive on paper. The SpaceX merger sounds historic. But valuations are opinions. Talent is infrastructure. And XAI just lost half its foundation. The question nobody in Silicon Valley wants to ask out loud is simple. What is an AI company worth when the people who built the AI do not want to be there anymore? We are about to find out.